Hey you guys, what's going on? I am back with another video. I know it's been a long time. I have been really busy, but it's been a good busy. I got a lot of different things that I'm trying to work on, but I know you guys email me a lot about different credit questions that you guys want answered. And today I'm going to talk about the importance of disputing different ways. Okay, we can't get stuck on disputing one way. I don't dispute one way. Like I tell y'all all the time, it's bigger than credit repair. You have been violated. So when you are studying the law and you are learning what 1099-Cs mean and 1099-As mean, you can dispute with that too. You know, you want to incorporate the information that you learn in all in your disputes. When you guys are emailing me, those who can't buy products and dispute on their own, you know, these letters that I am generated are customized letters to your situation. You know, you want to make sure that you are reading and understanding the laws, because it's bigger than you sending a 609 letter or just a random letter saying, hey, this is wrong on my credit report and this is wrong. No, when you start understanding what, you know, FDIC mean and, you know, these 1099-A forms and all of these different, you know, codes and understanding contract laws and truth in lending, offer and acceptance. When the law says that there's some ways to discharge debt, there are laws in place that show you there are ways to discharge your debt. So we have debt on our credit report, you know, writing letters in saying, hey, remove this, remove that. Oh, I'm hoping that they can remove it because I need to start over, you know, and have a better life, when there are actually laws set in place showing how you've been violated. If we will read and understand that it's bigger than credit repair. A lot of things, like I said before, are based on lies, and I'm not going to jump too much in that in this video. What I am going to do in another video is go more into detail on why we have the power to discharge debt. Understanding that the United States is bankrupt. Debt don't belong to us. But that kind of go over some of our heads because we've been taught the wrong way. So you got a lot of people in my comments, especially on TikTok, y'all be blowing me. Oh, just pay your debt. Oh, just take care of your bills. And it's bigger than that. You work till you 65 and retire. I'm reading the laws. The law saying I ain't supposed to pay it. So what am I paying? When they get the talking crazy, it just clearly shows me that you're not studying. Okay? I'm not supposed to pay anything, but I'm going to go more in detail with that on another video, because a lot of this type of information go over a lot of people's head. They think it's fraud. They think you participating in some stuff that you ain't got no business participating in, and it's not. It don't have nothing to do with that. So this video is about how you should dispute many different ways, okay? If you understand in ways to discharge debt, if you got a law explaining to you how to discharge debt, you can dispute in such a way. Sending a letter saying, hey, the law says I have the right to discharge debt. Like the 1099-C. Okay? So the 1099-C talks about the cancellation of debt. Okay, so there's a 1099-C form. Cancellation of debt. Okay, so I even go about disputing that way. So I'm gonna read to you part of this sentence on the 1099-C. Okay, so it says, instructions for a debtor. You receive this form because a federal government agency or an applicable financial entity, a creditor, has discharged, canceled, or forgiving a debt you owe. It clearly say they discharged debt, they forgave it, or canceled. That's what it say. So I put that in my letters. You let them know what it is. These institutions like to play dumb. I'm going to remind you of what the law says. That's all we got to do. We can't be sitting here getting stressed out about stuff showing up on our credit report, all this debt we may think we owe. Read laws. Get a book and understand what's really going on. So in my letter, this is the letter that I generated in regards to the 1099-C. So I just clearly go in, I say, when reading my credit report, I notice a charge-off account being reported. The name of the account, let's say Discover Bank, account number I put in there. And I go on to say, thanks for forgiving this debt. After reviewing the account thoroughly, I see that the account was a write-off by Discover. This means a lot to me, and I am very appreciative that the debt has been forgiven. Then I say, when reading the instruction for debtor on the 1099-C form from the IRS, it mentions I should have received a 1099-C form from the creditor because the creditor has discharged, canceled, or forgiving my debt. So you let these people know in your letters what it is. Read the law and generate letters. For instance, when removing a charge off, I got another letter. It's called Affidavit of Informed Use of Credit. This letter, the informed use of credit, pretty much talks about when you signed that contract, you made an uninformed decision when signing the agreement. You wasn't given all the terms. You know, all the terms weren't set in place. So I made an uninformed decision when I signed that contract. So this is to advise you, I, Susie Q. Woman, is an intervener, attorney in fact for Susie Q. I am the paramount security holder to settle all outstanding debt. When I entered this consumer credit transaction, I made an uninformed decision with the contract agreement set in place with your company. Congress is aware that consumers are making uninformed decisions pursuant 15 U.S.C. 1601. So Congress talks all about how we are going to make uninformed decisions because the terms, they are not setting forth and given to us to give us understanding of what we are signing. So this is what the law says, 15 U.S.C. 1601A. Informed use of credit. The Congress finds that economic stabilization will be enhanced and the competition amongst various financial institutions and other firms engaged in the extension of consumer credit will be strengthened by the informed use of credit. The informed use of credit result from an awareness of the cost thereof by consumers. It is the purpose of this subchapter to ensure a meaningful disclosure of credit terms so the consumer would be able to compare more readily the various credit terms. So it tells us right there, okay? So when we read the law, put it right in your letters. In the beginning of the letter, when I talk about Natural Woman is an intervener, attorney in fact for Susie Q. I am the paramount security holder to settle all outstanding debt. Those are very powerful words. And that's why I say in another video, I'm going to go more into detail on how we have the right to discharge debt, understanding who you are as the natural person, and then understanding the institutions, understanding what role you play and what role they play. You know, we don't even understand that a natural person can't even do business with institutions. And this is why it's so important to learn the law, because when you start learning the law, you'll start uncovering things that they can't even answer. They won't be able to give you answers to the questions you are asking, okay? Because it's all built on lies. This is one of the ways I do remove charge-offs. There are so many different ways to remove charge-offs. There are so many different ways to remove collections. We can't be afraid to dispute many different ways, okay? You can do it with a 1099-C. I have had things come off just writing, you know, the Consumer Reporting Agency saying, hey, this debt been canceled. And I let the creditor know that. You know, they go straight into removing it. Sometimes they don't want to respond. I send a second notice. You know, the 1099-A speaks on how you can pay off the debt. Be like, hey, why is it reporting? This debt been paid off with a 1099-A. You can't be afraid to try different things, especially when you know the law. It ain't no right or wrong way to dispute with these people. This is only educational purposes. This is not legal advice that I'm giving you. This is just what I do, what I've learned, and everybody have access to this information. So there's so many different ways to dispute. We can't be afraid to just try different things. And I just encourage everybody to just truly start understanding the law, because once you understand the law, your disputes become easy. It's not, it becomes easy because, like I said, it's bigger than credit repair. You've been violated. And once you start finding the violations, that's ways to dispute. That's how you dispute. A lot of people may have heard of Metro 2. That's another way that you can dispute. It's actually, the way Metro 2 works is codes. So the letters will go through eOscar, and it's just simply codes. Metro 2 was basically created for the institutions and the consumer reporting agencies. This is their language, their way of communicating with each other when it comes to the consumers. So there's an industry standard code that they have to go by. And when the consumer understand them codes, that's another way of disputing. Hey, y'all not following y'all standard codes. So you just got to learn different ways to dispute, and don't be afraid to try different things, because I've got some things removed with Metro 2 standards. I got some things removed with doing the informed use of credit. You just want to get creative and start just understanding the laws so you can remove anything. So if you guys need help removing derogatory accounts off your consumer profile, contact us. Email us. You can find me on all social platforms as Crown Marie. I spend a lot of time on TikTok and YouTube. I do be on Facebook a little here and there, but a lot of my time is on TikTok and YouTube. I answer all my emails, okay? So if you need help to remove this stuff, if you need help administrating your process, we can help you, walk you through it, give you understanding of the laws, because it's important to understand the law when trying to get the remedy that you deserve. One way may not fix it. You may have to learn a million ways, okay? That's why I say read the law, okay? So don't wait to be great.